What's going on? Welcome back to City of Palms Podcast, episode 4. We're here with the boy Miguel Ramirez, aka Pvblo, aka Mr. Steal Your Girl, whatever you want to call him, dude. That's that, man.
Hilarious.
How you been, bro?
Good, man. Good. It's good to see y'all. You know, good to be back in the hometown. Gotta show love.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, super hyped you slid through on here, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
means a lot,
bro. As soon as you told me, I was just like, hell yeah, dog. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely with that shit, bro.
Yeah,
with that. Like,
I was hyped on your response.
For sure. I was like, bro, because I know a lot of people be getting caught up in work and stuff, like, so they don't be coming back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like somebody who's up and coming. Yeah. You know, like this industry is just dirty, bro. You know, so it's like you gotta show love when you can. You know? So I was like, bro, as soon as you told me, I'm all about like people starting their own shit. I'm all for that, bro. Like whatever you want to do, like I'm so pushing that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm cool with you, like I'm gonna push whatever you're doing.
Hell yeah.
You know, so like I'd rather see people working for themselves. Like that's just how I see it.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. So for people listening who don't know you, you kind of want to just give like a little bit of a background.
Yeah. My government is Miguel. We're not gonna get into that too much, but I go by Pvblo. I'm 25. I live in Miami, but I was born and raised Southwest Florida. You know, City of Palms. Yeah, I've been making music for I've been making music like my whole life, but I started taking it serious like a couple years ago, like 3 years now. I think it's been going. We've been going steady, so yeah, you know, check me out. Instagram, The Real Pvblo. It's Pvblo with a V though. I replaced the A with a V. Don't ask me why. I just did. I just did. I do impulsive decisions all the time, so it's like that's just one of them.
Yeah. On that note, like I do want to add that like you're fucking talented, bro. Like,
I appreciate it, bro.
Dude, like from everything you've produced to like that fucking Instagram story you had a couple days ago, you're just like light work in traffic.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, dude, what the fuck,
bro? Like, that's so funny because I've been hanging out with my bro here. Like whenever I do come over here, I'm chilling with him. So it's like literally, and we just be riding his whip. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really be driving out here too much. Yeah. But he I'm not gonna stop him from his errands that he's got to do. So, like for example, today he was getting a haircut, and I was just sitting in the truck, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do while he's doing this haircut? Like, I got no kush, you know what I'm saying? like, damn, bro. Like, all right. So I just literally just started going through instrumentals, like people have sent me and shit like that. Like, and I'll just start fucking around, you know. Like, whenever I talk my shit is the best. Like when I'm just. I'll start rapping about whatever, bro. Like joking, you know what I'm saying? But that's when like my best work comes out. So that was just one of those. Like I literally, like I took it down the same day. Like I just threw it up there, just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I can still do this, whatever. But I'm gonna take it down real quick.
True that, little teaser.
Yeah. You know, I like to do that a lot. I like to be like drop little teasers and stuff like that because I feel like people question my work ethic a lot. Cause I'm not as prevalent as like other people, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody's always trying to compare, you know. So it's like one of those things where I'm working. You know?
You gotta let them know.
I'll let people know. Like I'm gonna let them know. Like I'm trust me, bro. Like I'm working. You know, it never stopped. It never stopped. Like I've been here. I've been doing this. Yeah. Like I'm just figuring it out still. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I don't necessarily have the recipe. Like if I did, like. I'll be rich already, working on other things, like, but nah. So yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I see you, dude, out there on Instagram. I respect that hustle. I see you like doing it out there.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it. It's important. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially nowadays because it's 2019, bro. Like everything is digital. Like, everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so funny because like I mean, what we would say old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always like people in my family. And I rock with my family. Like, I'm glad that they support my vision and all that. But it's just so funny to me because they be coming up to me like, yo, you should get some CDs and you should da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, bro, like, CDs. Like, no, I haven't bought a hard copy since 5th grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, realistically, like, we're in a whole different wave. You know what I'm saying? The internet is like, as much as I don't like the internet personally, because it's just, people create such a false persona off others, like, on the internet, because everybody's always trying to compare themselves to other people's lives. So it's like, that's what's toxic about it. But at the end of the day, it's super important because that's like 90% of your marketing. You know what I'm saying? And then 100%. I would say the other 10% is like word of mouth and like being out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that.
Networking in person and stuff like that. But like, realistically, dog, the internet is just took over. Yeah. Like, everything's streaming, everything's all that. So like,
everyone wants clout.
Yeah. No, of course. So it's like, it was one of those things. It's crazy because before I decided to like start, dropping music, like, I focused on my Instagram alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just went out and did photo shoots, and I went out and I was doing little video snippets, like, you know, making sure everything was high quality though. That's what I was all about. I was like, I just want high quality. You know what I'm saying? That's clean. Like, I just want everything clean. Cause I don't like the whole like, oh, he's just a local rapper, Like, for me, like, I don't even like being categorized as a local rapper in a sense, because honestly, my music is being listened to across the nation. So I'm no longer local in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but yeah, like, I literally took time to just focus on my Instagram, like, build some type of image, not try to change too much. You know what I'm saying? But like, definitely it's important to try to create something that people would want to be. That's what really creates a loyal fan base, is when you're doing like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be what you're doing. So, yeah, you know, that's the social media. It's the Instagram grind. You know? That's
smart on your part to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I just look at, like, it's just crazy because through that, like, I have gotten so many opportunities. Like, things that I would have never gotten if I was just trying to be out here, like, on the street trying to tell people.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I actually give mad respect to the people who did it before me, before the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Mike, like, I call him, he's like my OG. His name's Luyo. He's actually a producer out here. Like, you know, he's won Grammys. Like, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing it. Like, he literally taught me, like, everything, though. Because, like, I had hit him up, and he's been doing this thing for, like, bro, man, he's been doing this since we were in church, and I was like 8 years old, like, back then. So, and he was a couple years older than me, but he was already doing it back then. Like, I remember going to church because I played the drums at church. I remember going to the church, and I was like, I went to go practice the drums, and homeboy was already there on his keyboard, like, and he was like this was like I said, I'm young, you know what I'm saying? I'm young, so like, I'm watching this guy push the keys, but he's making drum sounds. And I'm like, bruh, like, what? I was like, what? I was like, how are you doing that? I was so fascinated, bro. Like, I had no idea what he was doing. So, you know, fast forward a couple years later, I'm like, man, I want to do this music thing. Like, you know, soccer didn't really work out. Like, I played soccer in college, but I mean, eventually, like, you gotta accept the fact that you might not go pro. Like, it's just a reality, you know. And that's a hard industry too, you know, because you got so many people that are so talented. Like, I feel like, and the thing is with sports is like, there is a limit, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like who they're accepting, like, as who they're picking, you know what I'm saying? You know how they have the drafts and all that stuff. So like, in music, I feel like there's no limit. Everybody thinks that they're competing, but realistically, there's room for everybody's music, because there's music is emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel that, like, you could be listening to anything at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, country's not exactly the top of my playlist, but there's probably an occasion or time that I'll just hit some country. And it's like, this is a vibe right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's dope about that. So I had reached out to him, and I was like, bro, I want to do music. Like, what do I do? I was like, should I start my own thing? Like, what should I do? I was like, how do you start? And he was just like, nah, just come rock with me. Like, come do what I'm doing. So I basically like shadowed him for like a year straight. You know, that's when I was starting. That's when I learned about the Instagram thing, and like how, cause he was like already doing big moves. So he was taking me on set to like really big video shoots, like big budget video shoots and stuff like that. You know, I was working with this guy, Fuego. He's a Dominican artist. But he was signed to like Pvblo at the time, like when I first came along and all that stuff. So that was a super dope experience because I got to watch how everything was going down and how they took care of everything on a professional level before I jumped into it myself. You know what I'm saying? And started producing mediocre content. Like I was just ready. Like at least I knew what I kind of wanted to do. So shout out to Leo for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leo. Yeah.
Damn. That's sick.
Yeah, bro.
Alright, let me take a look at this real quick.
How old were you at that time? Whenever you were watching those big budget videos?
Okay, so when I started, like, that was like 3 years ago or something like that, right? When was that?
When did it all start?
Yeah, like 3 years ago. I want to say it was like 3 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 3 years. So I was like, what, 25, 22? I was 22.
Did he play any role in like some of the videos you've released recently? Or did you go off and do your own thing with your own producers and stuff?
I mean, okay, so eventually I shadowed, and it was cool. What he was doing was cool, but you know, you always have a different vision. Like you're not gonna always align perfectly with somebody else, and that's his brand. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole thing. That was his whole thing that he created. So I didn't want to necessarily overstep my boundary. You know, because I had ideas and I had pitched ideas and stuff like that, but he wasn't really rocking with what I wanted to do. So, which I understood, because like I said, it's his brand. He had a vision for it. He knew what he wanted to do with it. So I respected that, you know. But that's when I decided that I was like, all right, you know what? Let me do my own thing, because I kind of want to do it this way and I want to do these things. So I always kept his advice and his knowledge on everything I did. But of course, I'm gonna still end up doing what I really want to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Because like I said, it's my vision. So I mean, recently, like he's the one who gave me the idea. Because like I said, he's in there. He's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows what's going on. So when I talk to him, whenever we link up, he gives me like the insight of like how labels are moving now and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, he told me, he's like, yo, when you drop songs now, like drop a visual. Like it's important. Drop a visual. Every song. Do it. Like before he was telling me like, don't drop a visual for every song. Like you don't need that. He's like, you could just do it without it. But he's telling me now how the labels are like moving and shifting, you know, cause he was telling me how Fuego went to go do a song. He asked for a video budget and they wouldn't give it to him cause the song has already been released. They wanted to drop it with a video. You know what I'm saying? So I took that and I'm like, okay, bet. So I kind of created my own little strategy. You know, I do pay attention to other people too. Like I pay attention to just how people are moving and what works and what doesn't. You know, so I try to nitpick like what I think works best for me as well from those things and just try to create, you know, the best I can.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that's why I've been dropping so many visuals now recently. Like this year, I've been dropping more videos with everything. Like, you know, and I came up with a little strategy to where what I'm going to do is I drop a single. I should have dropped a visual with that single that I just dropped, but I just, you know, it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially because there's another artist on there, Harlem Cam, and like his schedule, my schedule just wasn't lining up, so we just pushed it forward. But what I was trying to do was drop a single and then do like a freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like drop a freestyle video, like a minute. So like everything I've been dropping recently is like a minute, 30 seconds. Like it's not crazy long. Like I just want little freestyles in between. And then I drop another single, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to drop another. So it's like, I'm keeping people entertained, but the freestyle thing is like, that doesn't necessarily take so much effort for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not in a cocky way. It's just like one of those things where like, I really am not going crazy with the freestyles, like the mixing and stuff like that. Like, bro, I literally tell my engineer, I'm like, it's a freestyle, bro. Just do a light EQ, like make sure it just sounds okay. And we're good. Like no beat drops, none of that. Like screw the effects. Like bro, it's literally a freestyle. I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's a minute long. Like we really don't have to do that too much to it, as opposed to an original content. Like you know where I'm trying to figure out different melodies and I'm trying to create bridges and hooks that work. You know what I'm saying? It's like completely different mindset on that. So I'm definitely gearing up to drop a project soon, though, very soon. So that's what this is all leading up to. Like I just been plotting for a minute, and I got 2 more singles I'm gonna release one coming up next month. I'm gonna drop a visual for that. But these 2 next singles, like, I'm putting hella money into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna promote these like crazy, like, cause it's one of those things as an artist where, like, if you're an artist, you know, they can relate. Like, you know when you come across a hit. Like, you just know, bro. Like, and any other artist that watches this or pays attention to this, I know they can relate, because you make songs all day, but not everything is necessarily a hit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but boom, you know when you got one. You know, so it's, and these 2, the next 2 that I'm gearing up for, I know I got one with both of them.
Yeah.
So, like, I just been holding on to them and just making sure everything is in line, because I want these 2 to go bigger than, you know, because Drowning has been my biggest song so far that I did with Nate, actually.
Yeah, that was fire.
That was a dope experience, you know, and that was still in the super early stages, bro. I think that was the 2nd song I ever released.
Damn.
You know, so, like, super early. I learned a lot from that, like, a lot. Shout out to Nate, you know what I'm saying? He killed that shit too. Like, honestly, without him, we probably wouldn't have been as big. I mean, it was going on the radio and stuff like that, but Nate's doing his thing, you know, so he always has been. But yeah, like, that's how I feel about these next 2 tracks, you know, because it's like people still come up to me, and not that I'm offended by it, but it's like people still come up to me and they're like, yo, like, I love Drowning, bro, da 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 da. I'm like, that's dope, I appreciate it. Like, I dropped that 2 years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
check out that
like, bro, I just dropped like 3 videos, bro. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And like, I've definitely elevated, like, as far as like myself and my melodies and my songwriting, like all of that stuff. Like, I've grown as an artist. So I feel like my content right now, where I'm at, is better than it's ever been. You know, but I'm just working on getting more people to see that. Because like I said, a lot of people get stuck on the hype. It's like, oh, Drowning. I know Drowning is like eye candy too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've seen the video. It's like, I get why people love it. You know, it's like, all right, bet, we're on a boat. Like, we're lit. Like, it's got everything that people would really want to see in a video. I get it. But, you know, let's move on. Let's move on. Like, yeah, you know, we're doing better now. We're doing better. You know, better things. Fucking, like, especially being out in Miami, you know, like, things are super dope in Miami. Like, bro, the plugs that I've came across in Miami is like on another level, you know, as far as like the industry. Like, everybody, the thing I love about Miami is that almost everybody I've ran into is some type of creative. Like, you know, like, just in my condominium, like where I'm at, below me is fashion designer. 2 floors up, another fashion designer. At the top floor, we have a videographer and a photographer, and then his brother, which is his roommate, is like a super crazy painter. Wow. You know, and he just did some stuff for NASA. Like, it was like, what? I'm like, right. And they literally, we're like within floors of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, right next to me, I live next to 3 models. You know, like, they're all, like, 2 of them are in agencies. You know, like actual models. You know? Yeah. So, it's just super dope.
That's dope. Cool. Everyone's out there creating.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's better. It's so dope once you surround yourself with people who got like the same energy. Yeah. You know, same type of goal, same type of mindset. Like, I like being around a bunch of creatives, because that's when I feel like I'm myself the most. Yeah. You know, I can say dumb shit and not feel like people are gonna look at me funny for it, because it's like I be coming up with some crazy ideas or whatever. Like, literally, like, the shit just runs across my mind, bro. So. And I just want to speak it, but you can't necessarily do that in every crowd. Like, you know, a lot of people, more people are constricted, you know what I'm saying? So I just like being out there, like, super dope. You know, both my roommates make music, you know, so it's like we got a house full of music. I got my setup in my house, like, the condo is all glass. So, like, we get to see the city. It's a dope little vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took us some time, but we got it there. You know, we're getting clean sounds. Everything I've dropped recently has literally been recorded out of my house and mixed out of my house. Like, so that goes to show, for anybody else watching, you don't need a big fancy studio, bro. You just need a good team. That's it. Yeah. You know, so like my engineers say, and I'm super about like building relationships. I like to work with the same people. It's not that I don't want to grow and meet other people, but like, I really like growing with the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been working with the same producer and engineer for the past, since I started, which is it. You know, since I started, like, I literally have no need to send my mix to anybody else. I don't feel like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already, and he works at Circle House, which is a huge studio in Miami. It's like where a lot of big artists go work, like Future, Kodak, like, things like that. They all work there like regularly. And he's there mixing, you know, he's running the session. So you're going to tell me, like, why would I send it to somebody else? My fucking roommate's working with Future and Kodak. Like, he literally recorded Moneybagg Yo and things, and Yo Gotti, like, you know, like, why? Tell me why I would send it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I like to keep everything in-house. Like I said, I've been working with De La Rose and, you know, them guys for 2 years as well. Like, and we just all grown. So that's why you can really start to see the progress now. That's why things are so much better. Like, the quality is even better. There's more, my videos, I feel like, have more cinematic, you know, feels to them, as opposed to a bunch of girls getting lit, you know, in the bikini on a boat. Like I said, it's dope, but, like, I'm trying to create art, you know what I'm saying? I want to do better. So. Yeah,
that's sick, which I feel like you're doing from, like, what I've seen, dude. Yeah,
I feel that. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that for real. You know, I just want people to see that. That's why I just want people to see the growth. I want them to see the growth. Like, I want them to understand, like, I've been working so hard, bro. And I just want to make sure that everything I'm putting out is quality. Like, you know, I just want the quality. I want the quality, like, because good music's going to last. Like, at the end of the day, you know, like, so I'm trying to create music that has replay value. You know, I feel the love when people listen to my song, and it's super cool. But what I'm trying to get to a point where, like, people, cause, you know, you wake up every day, right? And if you listen to music every day, you have a playlist. Like, you play songs multiple every day. You know what I'm saying? There's certain songs that you literally will play every day until it gets too old. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny because, like, your songs are on. That's for me.
I appreciate that. But that, you know, I see. That's what I like to hear, bro. That's what, like, that makes me feel successful as an artist. You know, it's not even like, of course I want to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Of course I want to sign. Like, I want to, you know, secure that and you know, do all of that. But, like, at the end of the day, what makes me the happiest, what makes me more as content as an artist, is when people do that, when people tell me that, when I see it, you know what I'm saying? When I don't have to tell you, like, yo, you play this, da-da-da, like, you already doing it. Like, that's when I feel genuine love, because it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even have to say anything. Like, I didn't have to create some type of vibe for you to just play my song. Like, you actually just like my song. So it's like, that's super, super, super dope, bro. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like I said, there's a song, you know, you get up and you play songs all the time. Like I said, I know for a fact that what I've been trying to do is give myself more plays, like, as far as, like, listening to myself more. Because I've been getting to the point where, like, I'll make a song and I've already heard it so many times before I drop it. Like, I drop it and I don't care. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to listen to it anymore. But I'm trying to get better at that and give myself a play at least. Like, because if I'm going to wake up, the way I look at it is, if I'm going to wake up every single day and I'm going to play Lil Baby every day, if I'm going to play one of his songs every day, why am I not playing one of my songs every day?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's what I want other people to feel like. Like I said, that's what I'm trying to do. I want other people to wake up and be like, yo, I really like this Pvblo song. I'm going to play it. And then, like, the next day, it's like, it's so catchy. They're just like, I'm going to throw it in my playlist. Like, I'm going to play it again. Like, you know, and then I want them to be able to show their friends without having to be like, oh, so this is like a local rapper. Like, no, I just want you to be like, yo, check out this Pvblo track. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's only a matter of time. It's already going on. You know?
And sometimes it's hard because, like, people forget. I feel like, because, like I said, though, they see the social media, bringing it back to that, like, they see all that, and I feel like people forget that I'm a person. You know, I'm a person too, bro. So, like, I go through shit. I go through stuff all the time. Like, I have emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I care about things that people will never know. You know, there's just things that I feel like I don't have to explain myself to people. You know, like, I don't owe anybody. That's how I feel. Like, I don't owe anybody, because I was on my own for a while, you know, trying to figure things out, like, on my own, like, outside of music, just life in general. And, like, I felt like I was alone most of the time. Like, so now that I'm like finally built something and stuff like that, like I really don't feel like I owe anybody anything, because it's like, bro, you weren't there when I wasn't, like, when I had nothing. So, you know, now I'm doing a little something. It's like, but people seem to forget, like, that you're a person. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I got feelings and stuff like that, bro. Like, you know, so sometimes the music be on hold and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy sometimes. Like, mental health is important.
Yeah.
Mental health is super important, bro. You got to care about yourself, and, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself before anything.
Yeah, dude, I feel that for sure.
All right, everybody. We're not doing a sponsor today, but I did want to mention to all the listeners that my Shred Grip deal is still going on. If you visit any of my pages, any of my social medias, and if you fuck with any of my art, if you listen to the podcast, hit me up on anything and just let me know you listen. You can just say COPP. You can say City of Palms Podcast, whatever you want, and you'll get 50% off anything. That's not only grip tape. You can get canvas art. You can get anything you see in my portfolio. Just hit me up and you'll get 50% off if you're a City of Palms listener. And Miguel actually has a local legend he wants to shout out.
Yo, shout out. Okay, so shout out Kid Quest. And shout out Restoratives Cafe, because they are a local business. They're located in Estero, next to Rick Johnson. And they're always providing free food, free vegan food options, you know what I'm saying, for all the shows that they put on at Olso. Like, every single time they come through, every single time. So shout out Restoratives, and they just got great food.
All right, so we're back with Pvblo, and
What?
I wanted to ask, what is your favorite personal achievement that you've done so far?
Okay, that's a great question. Huh. I would have to say it's either between landing on the radio, like hitting radio play. That was super cool.
Yeah, that's pretty big, dude.
That was dope. It was dope.
He was 98.5, right?
Yeah. That was dope. That opportunity was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, it actually did a lot for the record. But I think, like, that was cool, but it was local. You know what I'm saying? So I almost feel like I should have gotten that. I should have won that, because, like, this is my hometown, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I earned my stripes here. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So I feel like that should have been a thing anyways. So I guess I would go with there was actually a contest on Instagram, and there's an award-winning film director. His name was Dontel Antonio. He was hosting a contest, and he actually shoots videos for, like, Birdman, for, like, Sci-Hi to Prince, like, stuff like that. He's a pretty big videographer. He was hosting a contest, and he was like, whoever got tagged in my post the most, I'm going to shoot a free video for it. You know, wherever you're at, wherever you want to shoot it. Like, I'm going to shoot you a free video, I'm going to direct it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I've never been one for the tagging thing, because, like, I mean, I do it when I feel like it's necessary. Because I don't want to hit everybody up almost every single day and be like, yo, tag me in this, tag me in that, tag J. Cole in my status. Like, no, I'm not doing it. But somebody else had tagged me in it, like, you know, before. I didn't even know about it. My boy Pvblo, actually, he works at 94.5. He's part of the City Boys. He does his radio thing too. But he tagged me in it, and I was like, you know what? I was, like, looking at the logistics of it. Like, I was looking at the numbers and seeing, like, who else was getting tagged and how many times they're getting tagged. Like, I was like, am I going to be going against people with, like, 50,000 followers? Because I'm probably going to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have 50,000 followers that I can hit up and be like, yo, tag me in this. Like, I got a following, but it's like, damn, 50,000 is like, bro, you kind of popping already. You don't even need this free video. So, you know, so I was just like, I'm looking at the numbers, and the numbers weren't crazy, you know? So I was like, fuck it, let's try it. And we fucking killed that shit, bro. We bodied it. Like, there was another girl who was actually just as close. And it's crazy because I spoke to Dontel, and he was telling me when he announced it, he's like, look, realistically, I was going to pick you because you killed it. He's like, your shit was, I had to turn off my notifications, he said. He's like, because people were tagging me so much, you know what I'm saying? Which is super dope.
Yeah, that's sick.
Super dope. Like, people fuck with me like that. Like, that was awesome. that was like heartwarming, you know, like I was like, damn, like people actually like care, you know? So when he told me, he's like, what separated you from like her, cause like there was another girl that won, he's like, was the amount of different accounts that were tagging you. He's like, as opposed to her, she was getting tagged a lot, but there was like 3 girls that were just riding for this girl. Like, they were tagging her like, yo, 50, like 100 times, bro. Like, I was just like, damn, like, y'all, I really want this. I was like, but I did too. So I was like, nah, like, I'm not going out with a fight. But, yeah, he was like, yo, you just had so many different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all different kinds of people. That's what's cool about my fan base, I feel like, is I was friends with so many different types of people growing up, so I feel like I'm relating to just a whole different type of you know, just different groups here and there, because like, you know, I grew up with the athletes, like I played soccer, you know what I'm saying, so I'm friends with everybody who was ever an athlete, but at the same time, like, I always made, like, I went out of my way to talk to other people, because I was always curious what other people were thinking, you know what I'm saying, like, not the same opinions all the time, you know, so like I started reaching out to like other people, like, you know, people that are just head deep into college, like head deep in their books, like, you know, like they're doing this or, you know, just whatever, just like I said, different types of people, you know, so I felt like that really helps me out a lot. And like, I've also lived in a lot of different places. Like I lived in Ohio when I went to college, and I've never been quiet, that's for sure. So, you know, I went to Ohio, like, I made a name. Like, people knew who I was, because I'm this, some dude from South Florida. I'm, like, the only brown dude in my whole school, you know, because I'm, like, in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like, the nearest Walmart was, like, 40 minutes, you know? So, like, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere, you know? So, like, and I'm almost in a sense like ratchet to them, you know, like I was like ratchet, bro, because I'm like loud and rowdy, and I'm like, bro, I was young, you know what I'm saying? I just came from high school, like, bro, I was like my peak partying stage, like, yo, they caught me at my wildest moment, so I definitely left Ohio like known, that's for sure. And then I also lived in Orlando, and like I said, like I'm just a social person, like I'll talk to people, like. If I find, like, you say something, it could be anything. Like, you could do the smallest thing, but it's like, that's kind of interesting. Let me talk to this person. Let me see what they're like. Let me pick at their mind.
Yeah.
And see, you know what I'm saying? And see how they feel about certain things.
I like doing that, too.
Yeah, you know? So it's like, I did that in Orlando a lot. You know, I met a lot of people in Orlando, too, and they still rock with me, like, heavy, you know? And then I think, like, the biggest thing about it was the Twin Peaks support that I have, because I worked at Twin Peaks for, like, 3 years. And I was so cool with everybody, especially all those girls. Like, best believe I was friendly as hell with everybody in that building. So, you know, and those girls, like, that was almost like a key to me, because people don't realize it, but like, instead of just being another thirsty dude, like, trying to hit on them all the time and stuff, like, I was just nice, and I would just slip in my craft every once in a while. Like, we'd be talking, yeah, I make music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be talking about anything, and I'd just say, yeah, I make music. Oh, boy, I didn't know you made music. Yeah, it's music. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, no way, yeah. And I was like, yeah, you should be in my video sometime. Like, joking, you know? But I was building that whole time, bro. I was building the whole time, because, dog, like, those girls are so popping on social media, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, I'm literally working with people that got like 30,000 followers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting over 30,000 impressions on their profiles, like things like that. Like, people pay attention. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, I was like, if I get these girls to post my stuff, like, all of their people are going to look at my stuff. And it's like, and there's so many thirsty dudes out there. They're going to do whatever those girls say. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, that was a huge impact. You know what I'm saying? So that all led up to me achieving the winning.
Hell yeah, dude.
With Dontel, you know?
Yeah.
So, we actually, bro, it's so crazy how it all happened. Like, it was so fast, bro. It was so fast. Like, one day we're tagging away. Next day I wake up to a post with me tagged in it, saying, like, announcing me as the winner, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm fucking going crazy, bro. So I'm like, damn, this is so crazy. So I call Pvblo, because I'm like, dog, you're the first person to tag me in this. You're the one who even showed me this. So you're coming with me to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And Dontel FaceTimed me like 20 minutes later and was like, yo, when do you want to shoot? And literally, like after I won the contest, immediately somebody hit me up and booked me for a show over there. Like in Atlanta. Like immediately. I was like, okay, shit. I was like, I'm supposed to do a show this weekend in Atlanta. I don't know how we're going to do that because it's Wednesday and the show's on Saturday. I was like, how the hell am I going to get to Atlanta and do all these things that I need to do like by Saturday? You know? So I was just like, shit. I called Pvblo, like I said, and I just like, I hit up like random people. I hit up like 20 people and I was like, yo, I'm going to get 2 rentals. Like, I'm paying for all of that. Like, I got an Airbnb that we all can stay at. Like, but I need loyal fans to come with me because I didn't want to go to Atlanta and flop. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to a city where it's like a hip hop, you know, that's like a hip hop fucking headquarters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to go to Atlanta and be like, man, who's this South Florida dude? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you suck. Like, no. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not flopping, bro. So I had to go with at least like 20 people. I took like 20 people up with me, bro. And we turned that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we turned it up to the point where they were talking about us. Like, the promoter was talking about us later on the mic. Like, later on the night, he was like, man, he's like, that boy Pvblo, I don't know if he's still here, but he's killing, he's doing his thing. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, they recognize, you know? So, and then the next day, like, literally, Dontel was ready to shoot. Like, the next morning.
What?
So we woke up the next morning, like, from the Airbnb, I got all ready. I literally went to the mall, blew a check. I was like, man, I'm going all out for this shit. Like, these are things that I've also learned, by the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all of that to win. You really should just focus on your craft and becoming the best artist you can. Like, the image is cool, but like, don't go broke trying to do this, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do it because it'll hurt you. It's gonna hurt you more than it'll help you. That's for sure. But I went like, I was super excited though. You know what I'm saying? I was super excited. So I literally went and I blew a couple bands on like a whole new fit, bro. Like, which is not like me. I'm like super cheap when it comes to that stuff. Like, because people always tell me, like, yo, you should work on your image. You should do this. I'm like, bro, I don't want to go buy a $700 Louis belt. Like, I bought one. I'm good with one. I don't want another one, to be honest. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it, bro. Like, at the end, honestly, I'd rather wear stuff that my friends make now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm all about people doing their own thing. So, and if you're dope, like, I'm going to support you. You know? So, and I know so many people that just make their own clothes. I'm like, fuck this, bro. I'd rather just buy their clothes and rock their shit. They're going to support me at the end of the day. Louis not going to hit me up and be like, thanks for buying our belt.
Yeah,
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, yo, I went in there and I got treated like crap. Like this, there was people next to me and they got like a bottle of champagne, and I'm just chilling there like, can I check out? Like, I'm gonna get my belt. I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't I get champagne?
Right.
You know, and these are like people who've been spending bands at Louis for so long, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be one of these people. Like, I can't. I was like, I just rather support the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my homies make dope ass clothes anyway, so it was like, whatever, bro. I'd rather buy that shit. But yeah, that was a dope achievement. Super dope.
Yeah,
like going to Atlanta and winning
dude.
that and stuff like that. It was just so crazy, bro. It's such a crazy experience. Like, I had never been to Atlanta before. I had never done a show outside of Fort Myers yet at the time. Like, so that was like already crazy for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was an award-winning film director. So,
oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. It was super, super, super awesome, man. He was cool people.
So he filmed a music video?
Yeah. He shot my video, Proud. Yeah, that was the song that he chose. Because he hit me up and he was like, yo, send me like 4 songs. He's like, send me some heat. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to shoot a dope video. So I sent him like 4 songs. And it's so crazy because I almost wish that I won this opportunity like now. Because I have, like I said, I got these 2 songs, bro, that I've just been sitting on. And it's like, I want to do something so dope with them. I was like, yo, if you would have shot one of these, that would have been fire, bro.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you know, because like that was really early on in my stage, like in my career. So I'm not going to say that my music was bad because I feel like my music was never really bad. But like it's definitely, you could tell it was my early stages.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you could tell that I was trying to develop a sound still. I was trying to figure out what sounds good. I didn't even know what was right for my voice, what type of beats I should really be choosing yet. You know what I'm saying? Like now I kind of have a real direction on where I'm going. But before I was just trying to figure. I was all over the place.
Hell yeah!
So, but that was dope.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Definitely my favorite achievement so far. Like, that I accomplished.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. So let's see. One thing I wanted to mention too was NBK.
Hey.
Yeah, 90s Baby Cartel, right?
Freak you. Yeah.
Yeah. On that note, dude, freak you.
Yeah. So MBK, we started out as like a group. Like that's the MBK. I mean, MBK is still the label. Let's not get it twisted. Like I rock with the boys. Like those are my boys forever. Like they're really one of the reasons why I even got started again. Like, I actually started, bro, with an ion speaker. Like literally like a light up one that you would take to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the Bluetooth speakers? Yeah. I had a Bluetooth speaker in my crib. I had the same Focusrite. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I had the same thing. Like, and I had Audacity. Like that was the program. I didn't even know how to use. I didn't even know how to use Pro Tools or anything like that. Like I was trying to engineer at first. That ended fast. I do not have the patience for that shit. Like I really don't. Like I didn't have the patience to learn the system. Like I didn't want to learn Pro Tools and all that stuff. Like I just wanted to be the best rapper I could at the time. So, but G would come over, and he's like part of NBK, and he'd come over and rap because I had a mic and shit, whatever. I had a computer, and I would just record him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how we started. And then like he would kind of get me motivated, and I was just like, man, I feel like I could rap because I have been writing for my whole life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Not a lot of people know this. Fun fact, because if I ever do a Nardwar interview, this is definitely going to pop up. I don't know if you're familiar with Nardwar.
Okay, hold on. I know Nardwar.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, okay.
So you guys are going to get the exclusive because literally nobody knows this shit. Like, unless you really know me, like, from back in the day, like, you never will know this. But in middle school, this is actually my first real song. In middle school, 6th grade, bro.
But no, let him finish.
Finish.
So, 6th grade, right? I'm in health class, and we're required to do a project. It's like a big ass project for like our grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things that are like 80% of your fucking grade.
Right.
So, we had to either write a poem, do like a display board, or make a song. And it was about abuse. It was about like child abuse or like domestic violence, like stuff like that. Like that was the topic. So we had to mention certain things, like we had to say certain phrases in order for it to pass. So like one of the phrases that we could choose from was like talk about it. Like you have to say something about talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to let people know that it's good to talk about your problems. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're getting abused, like go talk about that. That was the whole purpose behind it, to send a message. So my creative ass was like, I'm gonna try to make a song. Fuck it, bro. Like,
hell yeah. Everyone else was probably doing poems and art.
And art. Everybody. I was the only fucking person that did a song, bro, in my whole grade.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
yeah, I was actually apparently the winner, right, of the song, whoever won with the song, was gonna get a free studio session paid for at a professional studio, like mixed, mastered, and all that. Whoever won. So, bro, like, and this is back in the day, bro. So this is literally how I recorded my song. I had a little boom box. You know what I'm saying? I had not even. I had the computer. I had a laptop. I went on YouTube, looked for beats. I found one. I wrote a song to it, like it's called "Talk About It." I'm telling you, it's gonna pop up in my future, so I'm letting it out now. It's literally called "Talk About It," bro. It's I think the hook was like, "If you're being abused and refuse to talk about it, talk about it." Yeah. So like,
that's sick. Yeah. It's funny that you bring that up because you're the same age as my oldest brother.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know him, Zach Lombardo.
Yeah, I know Zach.
Yeah. So like,
I had class with Zach.
Yeah. Okay. So. I don't know if
he skates, right?
Yeah, he skates. Yeah. Okay, so I was a little kid, little jit, and I get brought to some thing for my brother, downtown Fort Myers, okay, so I was there that night, bro. I was there that night where you performed.
Talk about it.
Go talk about it. Yo, I'm Nardwar the fuck out of you right now.
Oh my god, bro. This fucking guy has it. You have the Sam 2000.
Yeah.
Bro, this is
I got the CD in this one, dude.
Bro. Yo, I'm fucking mind blown.
You can keep that one too,
bro. This one, the case. I'm
the one with
this one's a CD.
Bro.
Yeah,
this is
all
fucking
that, like,
bruh. Oh my last name was Ibarra still. Holy shit, bro. My last name's Ramirez now. But oh my god, dog. This is 7th grade. 7th grade. So yeah, yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was the first I ever heard of you musically. And
yes, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you. So it's so crazy that you have this, bro. I'm so fucking mind.
Yeah, dude. Like as soon as we had this, like as soon as you were down to do the interview, I was like, that's one thing I can bring up. That'll be good. And then he fucking went to my mom's house and like
Zach's in this. Okay.
Yeah, his little poem.
Yeah.
So my brother goes over to my mom's house and like telling him about you and like who we have on and stuff, and he's telling him about like that, and she goes, "Oh, hold up, I still got those CDs," and she found all this stuff, and we're just like,
"Oh
thank
my
you so much,
bro!
Dude.
This is fucking crazy, bro." Y'all just blew my mind. Y'all just blew my mind. The fact that you even knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm so
crazy. Yeah. Because I was
like,
like, fuck it, bro. Like, I was like, you know what? Like, I actually been wanting to say this because, like, I'm an OG, bro. I've been doing this, bro.
2007.
Yeah, 2007, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm on a hard. Look at this. You know what? It's crazy because I've been trying to find this studio forever. I didn't know what studio this was, bro. Unity Gain Recording Studio.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy once you said everything. Like the winner gets that and shit. Because I opened up that CD and I'm like, this is like a CD recording.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, damn.
I did this whole shit in one take, bro. I went in there, I did the whole thing in one fucking take, and the dude was like, you're done? Like, he's like, that's it? He's like, you knocked it out? No fuck ups? I'm like, nah. I was like, that's it. Let's go. I didn't know shit about mixing or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, put that shit on a CD. We out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's so crazy because, you know, the following year, I did it again. And I won again in 8th grade.
Really?
Yeah. And I had another song. Like, and I made a reference to talk about it. Like,
no way.
Yeah. It was crazy. I forgot what the second song was, but that's so nuts, man. That's so nuts. You know what? I've been thinking about, for so long, I've been thinking about wanting to go back to Three Oaks and trying to find my teacher, bro. I'm trying to find her, Prescott.
I remember her.
Yeah. She was from Trinidad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had her in health class.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, bro, I actually wanted to go up to her and be like, yo, like, thank you. Cause like, I honestly probably wouldn't have the confidence to make music if I never did this type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, bro, fucking crazy.
It blew my mind when she's like, I still have those. I was like,
yeah, oh my god.
I was like, what is he gonna say?
More than words bro. That's fucking dope.
I guess she got 3, so you
That's fucking dope, bro. That is fucking... My family doesn't even have these lists. Yeah, I have one uncle who still sings this shit. Like, every time I see him, he lives in Texas. Like, he's literally the only one I know with the CD list. Like, and every time he's like, yo, you're still doing music? I see you on Facebook. You know, because I don't really go on Facebook, but like, I'll throw stuff on there because I know that I got a lot of people that I haven't talked to in years on there that like to pay attention. So, like, he hit me up and he was like, yo, I didn't know you still make music. He's like, I still got your CD. Talk about it. Yeah. I'm like, bruh. I was like, yo, that shit is crazy, man. That shit's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. That's so dope, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
Yeah.
I know, you were like, if I'm ever on Nardwar, it's gonna get
because I was like, this is some shit that Nardwar will find.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm mind blown that you literally threw this on the table. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I was like telling him, I was like, dude, I feel like Nardwar.
Yeah, bro. That's so fucking awesome, bro.
Does shit like that.
Yes. It like, cause literally people would look at him and be like, how the fuck do you know this?
Yeah.
And he's like, you're Blueface. We're supposed to know this. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, that's so crazy. I know, bro. Brett Lysak, oh my god, bro. Like, Cole Baxter, bro. I haven't talked to these kids in years, bro. That's so crazy. I'm mind blown, bro. I'm mind blown.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. That was super dope.
Hell yeah.
Throwback to middle school. So yeah, I've been doing this.
Hell yeah, for real, bro.
I've been doing it.
Hell yeah.
I chilled because I focused on soccer, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like super goal driven on soccer and I thought I was going to go pro. Like, not that I was a terrible soccer player, but it's just like, you know, everybody thinks they could go pro and stuff like that. Which, you know, definitely have the confidence in yourself. But there's obviously that point where you got to be like, I mean, and especially because when you know, we're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if you understand, you should know, but the older you get, the more bills you come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we're young, we don't really got bills like that. So it's like, we're kind of blessed to do whatever we want. But it's like, yo, eventually I was like, soccer's not paying the bills. You know, I got to put in some work. But, so I switched over to the music because I was like, man, I always did music. Like, you know, like, while this was going on, like, I was in church, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was making music in church. Like, I was a singer. Like, I was known for, like, cause the church I went to, like, had a big, like, congregation. Like, there was, like, they had, like, conventions where they'd meet up, like, other churches, you know, like, they had, like, districts, like, of churches. Like, it was nuts, like, the way they're separated. But, like, they would have, like, competitions and stuff like that where, like, the kids, the youth would, like, perform or do, like, I even did acting. Like, I did a lot of drama. Like, I don't know what the proper word for it is, but it's like, you have, like, a black light. And it's like all dark and you're wearing like all white and you do everything with like gloves. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I did stuff like, bro, I was like always doing like creative stuff when I was a kid.
Hell yeah.
So like the music, you know, the music in church was going on. Like I had just learned to play the drums. But that's when I was like, I want to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to rap. Like I bought, my first hard copy that I ever bought was The Massacre by 50 Cent. That shit came out when I was in 5th grade. I wore G-Unit everything, bro. I literally had a G-Unit headband. Like, I had and you know, that's back when, like, clothes, like, the fashion was baggy, you know, so I had these big ass fucking G-Unit shorts that were, like, down to my ankles, making me look shorter than I already am. Yo, like, I had G-Unit shoes, bro. I remember one time my mom bought me Fat Farms back in the day, and, she's like, yo, I bought you new Fat Farms, like, you can wear them with your G-Unit. And I was like, Mom, no, you can't mix Fat Farm with G-Unit. Like, you just can't. Like, and I'm over here talking like I knew shit. I ain't know shit. I was a kid, bro. I'm over here like, 50 Cent doesn't like Fat Farm. Like, you talk shit about Fat Farm. I'm like, oh, man, that's so funny, bro. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's crazy. That's really where the music started. I had looked back at this and I was like, man, I made music when I was like, fucking 12 years old. I was like, I literally made a full song, performed it. Like, I remember I performed in front of, cause the next year after this, the performance was bigger. It wasn't at downtown. It was like at some big ass art auction. Like, damn. I never felt so out of place in my whole life. Bro, imagine like, this is like equivalent, this is probably controversial, but this is like equivalent to performing like hardcore rap, like at a politician convention. Like it was literally like that vibe, bro. Like yo, I was just surrounded by elderly people who were rich as fuck, who just wanted to buy art. Like yo, there's people, but like Joan Rivers was there. Like yeah. And I had to run a tux for this, bro. What kind of rapper got to run a tux? It's not for the award show. So like, bro, I had to run a tux and everything. Like I remember this. They provided like some fancy dinner for us, like. Which was terrible because I was a kid. I wanted big portions back in the day. I didn't know what that elegant stuff meant. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm eating like some fancy cheese. Like I gobbled it down, like thinking that I'm gonna get more. It was like, no, that was the serving. Like, my mom just like that was the serving. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, that's all these people eat. I'm like, yo, I'll get home. I'll eat some rice. Like, man, yeah, bro. But the second year was bigger, you know. And I performed both songs. And it was at a big ass art auction. It was crazy. It was crazy. So like, I always reflect on that though. You know what I'm saying? I look back at it and cause like I question myself now, even as an artist now and where I'm at. Like, I still question myself. Yeah. You know, like, and honestly, I feel like if you're not questioning yourself or you're doubting yourself, like as an artist, like if there's not times where you literally just want to drop everything, like, and just quit, like you're not going hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, bro. There's been times where I'm just like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, this shit is not working. Like, I'm not gonna blow up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have those thoughts, bro, but this is stuff like I reflect on. And I'm like, bro, I've been had the sauce, bro.
I've
been had the sauce, bro. Like,
up.
I've been doing this, bro. Like, that's why, oh man, that's crazy. So yeah, that's like motivating. Like, you know what I'm saying? To look at stuff like that is motivating, bro. Cause I'm like, if I could do it then, I could definitely do it now. And now I have more tools. You know, I'm obviously more mature. Like, my songwriting has developed to a whole different level compared to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But still, so.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude. Yeah, you're definitely gonna make it. Like, when I look at your Instagram, or not your Instagram, your iTunes. Like, when I look up Pvblo on iTunes, like, you're Champagne Poppy. Like, you're the next Drake. From the looks and everything.
Like, people like. It's so funny, bro, because for a while, like, that was like a whole thing, bro. Like,
really? Like,
people were literally like, yo, you are like Drake. Like, you're Drake, dog. I'm like, bro, I am not the only guy in the world with a fade and a beard. Like, it's when I throw on the turtleneck. Yo, I throw on the turtleneck and, bro, everybody's like, yo, Drake, Aubrey. I'm like, bro, like, Drake. Yeah, Drake. That's how I feel, Drake. Man, like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because the way I look at it is, like, obviously a lot of women think Drake is attractive. So I'm gonna take that. I'll eat that alive. I'll eat that. I'll take it, bro. Like, I rode the wave for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I did a little Drake thingy. Like, you know, like, I kept it in that vibe for a little bit. Like, I rode the wave. I'm not gonna lie, but nah, it's like, I get it. I just, like I said, I try to handle my everything professionally. Like, everything's quality. Like, I know a lot of artists nowadays that don't even have a picture on Apple Music. And I'm like, bro, like, how can you even, like, I just want people to take me serious in every aspect. So I don't want them to ever have anything to question. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because people are always skeptical listening to somebody who's not popping yet. It's like, people love hype. Yeah. You know, they eat the hype alive. You could be trash and people love it because you're popping. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. Like, there's literally people popping that rap off a beat. Like Blueface, for example. Like, I'm not hating on Blueface because, like, yo, he did his thing. Like, shouts out to him, but it just blows my mind that you can rap off beat and still win. Like, it just blows my mind, bro. But it's only because, like really a lot of other people see other people, and that's when it, like, starts to catch. Cause it's like, oh, yeah. And then it's so prevalent to them. Like, wherever they go, it's being played. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's almost like instilled, like, into people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, it's like busted down into their brain. You know, so that's like. I get it. But, you know, I just, like I said, I try to do everything, like, quality. So that was, like, one of the, like, as soon as I found out you could even put a picture on Apple Music, I was like, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that. Like, I want to look like I already got it going on. You know what I'm saying? As far as the craft, like, you know, really, I just want to focus on the promotion. So.
Yeah, you got that shit down, dude. For real.
Yeah, I'm trying, you know, I'm learning. Like I said, I'm still learning, bro. I'm still learning. Like, everything is a learning process.
And you're still young.
Yeah. You know, I also try to tell myself that because I be looking at this shit and I'm like, damn, I'm not young. I'm 25. But, like, I'm super young. It's just like, I just feel the pressure sometimes. You know, sometimes the pressure hits me and it's like, damn, bro. I was like, I'm getting old. Like, people out here rocking, like, 2 different types of clothing at the same time. I'm like, I'm so out of fashion. Like, I'm so out of date, bro. I was like, man, am I really washed up? But I remind myself, like I said, only good music's gonna last at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, you know, like, you could be, the thing with this thing, the industry is you can be here today and gone tomorrow. Like, your wave is gone the next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're not making something super quality that's really touching people, like, people are gonna forget it. They move on. You know what I'm saying? They consume it fast. Like, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't keep going. You know what I'm saying? But that's why like, people like Drake and stuff like that, like, you could listen to Thank Me Later or what's his album? I wonder, he's like sitting.
More Life or no?
Nah, he's like sit. He's like it's like super old, bro.
Yeah. Oh. What is that?
Damn.
Headlines is on it.
Hey, okay. You know what? I gotta look this up real quick, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna bother me, man.
Yeah, it's already bothering me, bro.
I can't think of that.
It's like an essential playlist
Marvin's
too. Like,
Room's on it.
Yeah. Fucking, bro. It's literally Take Care. It's essential album. Like, it's literally essential. Like, all right, so yeah, like, but I can listen to Take Care now. You know what I'm saying? And that was 10 years ago. Yeah. So it's like, and I still rock with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like when people ask me what my goals are, like in this industry or what I want to do musically, like as far as music, that's what I want to do. I'm trying to get to the point where like my music just lasts. It lasts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna just keep being consistent and keep putting out quality. And like, I guess that's how you win.
Yeah,
dude.
I guess that's how you win. You know, and figure it out on the way.
Yeah, and like you said, you're a creative person, and being surrounded by creatives where you're living at in Miami, like
right.
if you keep grinding at it, we always say if you do something you love long enough, you're going to make money.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy because I've seen so many people like build businesses like they started a long time ago. You know, when we were younger, like, and like I remember looking at them like, you fucking crazy, bro. I was like, you're so nuts, like, this is not gonna work. And then now that they're like popping now, and it's because they started so long ago. I'm like, shit. I'm like, I should have did that. You know, it's like, you know who Gary Vee is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, it's like Gary Vee when he talks about the Uber opportunity. You know, I don't know if you ever seen that, but he talks about how he passed on Uber when it first started, and now it's fucking worth millions. And he's like, I'm a fucking idiot. And that's sometimes how I feel when I look at like people who started a long time ago who really were going in, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, bro. It's like, I can only imagine like if I was going in back then where I'd be at now, you know, but it's cool. It's cool. Everybody's got their own timeline, you know what I'm saying? So like, and everybody doesn't make it the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing is like, there's so many different ways that you could pop. There's so many different ways you could secure a bag in this industry. You know what I'm saying? You just got to really like look for it, you know, cause like, bro, I have no problem. I will secure a bag, like, as a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no issue signing, like, a co-publishing deal, like, you know what I'm saying, to where I'm writing for other artists. Bro, I'm getting paid a lot. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and you can still work
still work on your own thing. Yeah. That's not stopping you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If anything, it's putting you in a better position because now you got more money to do more things. Yeah. So it's like,
and you're still being creative. You're still practicing.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You know, and it actually took me a long time to understand that not every song is for me. That's it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can write a Caribbean song. Like, I could write something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that island vibe, but like, it just doesn't fit me, my persona. It's not like really who I am. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I can't make a dope Caribbean song. But that brings me to the songwriting. Like, I could pitch that to somebody else who's a established Caribbean artist. And now I just got songwriting credits and I'm getting royalties. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm totally for that. Like, I'm just trying to get that bag, bro. Cause you know, I love music and I really want to do music, but I want to get to a point eventually in my career to where I'm making music because I'm just enjoying it. You know, I don't want it to be my sole income type deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to like be trying to do shows and touring when I'm fucking 40. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like at that point, I want to kind of chill on making my own music. Like I said, I want to do it as a hobby more at that point and really like create other businesses and things like get into other things. Like I'm huge on medical marijuana. Like I'm so for medical marijuana. Like, and I'm like growing up, like, you know, I was out here like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we was putting money on in my pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I did. You know, that's what I did. Like, so I was like, bro, if I'm doing this, like, why can't I just go legit? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, especially right now, like I'm already in the process of looking into what I have to do to create something legit on the marijuana tip because, bro, there's so much money. People are so sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're so sleep, bro. Yeah. And it's like I said, I love music but like, yo, music, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to look at it, bro. It just depends on who you are. You know, some people can make music forever. They can keep making music and keep making hits and keep getting money and you know what I'm saying? Like from music and stuff like that. I personally don't see myself like that. I see myself being able to pop and do things with music, you know what I'm saying? But music is more of a platform to me for other things. You know what I'm saying? And I never want to limit myself to music either because, like I said, I've been doing creative things since I was a kid. Like, I'm down to act. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to do movies. I'm down to just do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and just to bring in multiple incomes because realistically, that's how you win. Yeah. You know? Every billionaire, you know what I'm saying? Every top millionaire, like they're not making money off of one thing. They're making money off of multiple things.
Yep.
So I'm trying to use music as a platform to be able to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to create jobs for people around me. You know, I eventually because I know when it comes to labels and stuff like that, they're gonna try to give me like their videographers and stuff like that, and it's like I'd much rather. I'm down to do it. I'm down to use their stuff, like their resources. But I want my homies to almost like shadow and learn so I can replace them with my homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as far as like I could have one homie who's just strictly on his fashion tip, you know, but he hasn't blown up. Just because I blow up doesn't mean he's going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to be able to use that to help him get to that point, you know?
Yeah.
So like, that's one of those things. Like, you know, my videographer now, his name is Authentic Perspective. Like on Instagram, that guy's got a vision, bro. Like he knows what he's fucking doing, bro. And he's nasty, bro. Like he's quality. Like I honestly don't feel the need. Like I don't have to hit up anybody else for a video. He secured that spot.
Nice.
So, but that's a perfect example. Like if, hypothetically speaking, if I got the opportunity, you know, and I signed with a label, I'm going to make sure that they're all there.
Right.
Learning the industry, learning the business portion, because the business portion of this is huge, bro. Like people are asleep on it. You know, they're so asleep. Like you got to understand the business. You have to. Like it's crucial. You know, you can't just, singing is not necessarily enough. Like you can't just sing great and win. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand the whole part of it. So, and that goes for anything really that you're trying to do. You know, you got to understand it the best you can to be successful at it. So that's like an example where like I would have them around so they could like, you know, learn.
Yeah.
They could see what they're doing. And it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Now you've been shadowing them for about 6 months, 8 months now. Like you get the picture. Okay, bet I don't need them anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the industry provided things because y'all are just as good, if not better. And now, since I have a platform, now you have a platform. You know, now you're gonna pop. He's gonna pop. Everybody's popping. Yeah. It's like, you know, everybody's winning. Everybody's winning. Yeah. So
that's the way to do it, dude. I respect that, truthfully.
Yeah, definitely. That's the eventual goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as on the music side.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this was good, dude. You killed that.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you trying to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, sure.
All right, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for sliding out.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Y'all blew my fucking mind today,
right,
bro. I'm telling you right now. Yo, hands down, like, one of the best podcasts, for sure. Coming out with this is... What, bro? What? You already killed everybody else, bro. Like, bro... That is so crazy because like I know a couple other podcasts out here, like for example like Curate, and I know my boy Bugsy LeBeau be doing his thing, like he runs his podcast as well and does interviews. But I guarantee you that none of them boys could ever find this on me, bro. No,
you heard it here first.
Yeah. Like you definitely heard it here first, bro. City of Palms.
That's awesome, man. Dude. Thank you for sliding out. Everyone who's listening, please go check out Pvblo on all streaming platforms. He's fucking amazing.
Is there anything you want to shout out before we wrap it up?
You know what? I gotta give a shout out to my team for sure. You know, I mentioned them, but I like to give credit where credit is due because I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if it wasn't for them. So, you know, shout out Authentic Perspective. You guys love my visuals. He's the guy who's shooting them. You know, you can find him on Instagram at Authentic Perspective. Mixing and engineering and producing, all my production and all that stuff is done by my roommate. Xavier has hits. Super fire, super talented. Shout out to Harlem Cam. He's one of the people who helps me write. He's also my roommate in Miami. And Della Rose, my dog Della Rose, he put me on to Authentic Perspective and all that stuff. He opened a lot of doors for me. You know, so shout out all of them. You know, everybody. And everybody who shows genuine love, bro, like, I love y'all back. You know what I'm saying? I know people got this image of me where they think I'm some type of real tough guy and I just, like, I'm mean and, like, I feel like people are intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Intimidated. But, like, at the end of the day, bro, like, I fucking love everybody, especially if you're supporting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love everybody, bro. I'm all about positivity.
Hell yeah. All right, that wraps up episode 4. we will see you all next week. Hit him with that outro, Biscuit.